are watching Faith World TV. Faith World TV, changing the world with the Word of God.
A very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you're watching us. Yes, welcome to this brand new week and a very interesting month we have. I would like to start by dedicating this show to the women of Congo, especially this International Women's Month. To all the women all over the world, join me and let's support the women of Congo. If you are African, and of course anybody everywhere in the world, you do know what's going on in Congo. Congo is the second largest country in Africa, which is situated in the central part of Africa, and it's also the 11th largest in the world in terms of area of land. Congo has a population of over just 108 millions, and right now they're experiencing a war that has been raging for over 30 years. Now, for me, when I think about war, I think about women that have been displaced and their children. Of course, men are expected to be out there to fight in the war, but the women are the ones who are at the center of it, trying to find for the children, trying to find for the family. And so as we celebrate this International Women's Month, I know that there's so many events where women are talking about their achievements, women are talking about, breaking the glass ceiling, women are how far they have in terms of, it's now, I think, over just 100 years since women were allowed to vote. But let's take a moment and think about Congo. We're in 2025 and there's a war raging in Congo. And those women's voices are not being heard. And hence the reason why I'm asking today, why are we not hearing celebrity voices? Why are celebrities silent on Congo? Celebrities could easily use their platforms to, promote. They use their platforms to promote businesses. They use their platforms to promote their music, their fashion, basically what they do. But why are they not using their platforms to say, no more war in Congo, no more families being displaced? We want peace in Congo. And I'm not just asking, celebrities within that region, central part of Africa, or within East Africa, or West Africa, or North. But I'm asking all of us African celebrities, the big names. I don't want to be naming names, but I'm saying all of you big names with big platforms, why are you not using your platforms? Why are you not using your voices? Why are you not using your power to fundraise for what's happening in Congo for the people that are displaced? So if you're watching today, please join the phone lines and let's see how can we get the celebrities, how do we get your favorite celebrity to join forces and say, please, we want peace in Congo. Enough is enough. 30 years plus counting. One life lost is one too many. One child that has no shelter is one too many. One child that cannot go to school because of the war is one too many. One child that's going to bed with no food in their tummy is one too many. So I'm asking you over there to please knock on your celebrities' doors, go on their pages, flood their pages and ask them, why are you not there for Congo? What is stopping you? Why can't we voice up for Congo? Everybody in the world depends on Congo for cobalt. All of these funds that we have, It's all down to Congo. Congo has got the most minerals that we get in Africa. But why are we allowing excavation of all of these minerals while we know what's going on behind the scenes, that people are suffering? Why are our governments, again, I don't want to sit here and blame governments, but I'm saying, why are we allowing that to happen? So today, my plea is to all of you out there to speak to your celebrities. I mean, we've already said, you know what, we've spoken to governments, we've spoken to our leaders, we can't, we've shouted enough. But then our celebrities, I think on this one, they owe us their voice. If we are out here listening to your music, we're out here wearing your beautiful designs, we're out here watching your films, we're building you. Why don't you help us too with your voice? Lend us your voices. Lend us your voices, celebrities. Lend us your page. Lend us your Instagram page, your Facebook page. Let one day or 1 week or 1 month, let's talk about what's going on in the Congo, because we can stop it. Together, we can stop it. And so for me today, I'm using this medium to reach out to anybody that's watching right now, to tell the celebrity that they know. Go on their page. You might not know them in person, but you're following them. Or maybe somebody, a friend and a friend and a friend, knows 1 or 2 celebrities. You're not far removed from them. So today, for me, this show, I am dedicating to asking celebrities out there to please lend your voice to Congo. Lend your voice to Congo. It's been going for far too long. And I see that, every time this Congo issue comes up, and I look on social media just to, scroll down and see is anybody saying anything, you might just find 1 or 2 celebrities speaking, but guess what? Only the Congolese celebrities. It's not fair. It's not right. When we are all benefiting from Congo, I think that it's time that we all stood up and said, you know what? Enough is enough. No more silence on Congo. Enough is enough. Congo has the most fertile soil. When you think about Africa, many of us, when we think about Africa, we think South Africa, we think Kenya, we think Nigeria, we think Ghana, but we're missing the key part, the center of Africa, which is Congo. And why are we missing Congo? Because we only want the world to know Congo through war. And while we are out there warring, they are inside Congo taking all the minerals. And it's very sad that, when you see the news, they call, they term the people as poor. The poor people of Congo. No, they should not be. They should be as rich as the minerals that they have on the ground. But this is the time, a trying time and a testing time for all of us Africans, wherever we are. We need to rise up and lend our voices to Congo. But, this month I'm particularly addressing women. When women support each other, we go far. When women support each other, countries thrive. When women support each other, homes are built. And so this International Women's Month, I think that it should have been declared a month where we're all, going in for Congo. It should have been a month that declares support for every Congolese woman that's going through the effects of the war that's going on right now. Imagine as a mother moving from one camp to the next, carrying all the heavy load on your head, and then you've got children around you as well. Children that don't know where the next food is going to come from, or a food aid truck, whether it's going to arrive or not. And when it arrives, is it going to arrive with enough food? Is that how we want to live our lives? I mean, we've moved on. Slavery went on over 400 years ago. And that in itself was sad. But what the women and the children of Congo are going through right now, to me, is worse than what took place those 400 years ago. We're talking about the 21st century. How can this be allowed to happen? How can it be allowed to happen? And we know that women suffer most in these kinds of wars because rape is being used as a weapon of war. How many stories have we had before from other countries that have been warring? Sudan, Somali, Sierra Leone back then, Rwanda. With all those wars, we knew that who suffered most were women. Women have been used as a weapon time after time. And today, in 2025, we should all be ashamed to see that this is still going on. This cannot be allowed to go on. If you and I come together and say no more violence, no more silence for Congo, but most importantly, our celebrities. I want to know why our celebrities are not using their voices. Why are you not using your page? Why are you just using your page maybe to drag someone? You're using your page to condemn the governments. You're using your page to basically to just dance. Okay, there's nothing wrong with dancing. Let's all dance. But use your page once a week. I am pleading with you. Use your page once a week to voice out something about Congo. Enough is enough. These women need us. These children need us. Today, as we speak, the AU has not arrived. The United Nations has not arrived. Different governments have not arrived for these people. So it's up to us to arrive for these women. And I know somebody might be watching and saying, well, what about the men? There are men involved in this war as well. Usually in a war, there's one person that comes out really hard. And the one person that's coming out hurt every time in these wars that we see in Africa is the woman. So on this International Women's Month, once again, I am pleading with celebrities out there, please come out in full forces. Do benefit fundraising events in the name of supporting the women in Congo. Come out with activists in the name of supporting the women in Congo. As a mother myself, I know what it's like to have a child or two that you know that they rely on you fully. And then there you are You're in the middle of chaos. You're in the middle of war. How can your children rely on you when you don't have the power? When your power has been taken away? When you've been left helpless? When you've been left without the basic needs that you need to provide to your child? No shelter, no food, no education. So the circle is like a ripple effect. It keeps happening, and yet it can be prevented. Why do we want somebody to grow up, a woman, a young girl to grow up, maybe in their 20s, they now go on stage and start narrating their story of how sad they lived, how they moved from one camp to the next, how they saw their mom being raped? Why should that be someone's story? Why should that be someone's story of pain, especially in this era when we have technology, we have the minds to change people's stories right from the grassroots? Why do we have to wait until this becomes some 22 or 23, 24-year-old story, where one day she'll have to narrate it on the stage? We are tired of hearing such stories on the stage. We want to hear stories of victory. It is normal to come from a peaceful country. It is normal to come from a peaceful home. It is normal to come from a successful background. It is normal to come from a background where you were not raped. It is normal to come from a background where there was food on the table. It is normal to come from a background where you were allowed to go to school. But it's not normal to come from a background where you're constantly going to be telling your story of pain, from watching your parents killed, watching your mother raped, having no food on the table, being sick and there's no medical attention, denied going to school. You want to come on stage and start narrating how you first learned how to read at the age of 10 or 12 because you were denied education. All of these stories of pain should never be normalized just because we are Africans. All of these stories of injustice should never be normalized just because we are Africans. Why should we be called on stages just so we can always narrate our pain? No, we do also have victory. And this is what we want right now. This is what we want for those women, those children, those men in Congo. We want to prevent these stories coming out. We want stories like a group of celebrities in Nigeria, or a group of celebrities from Zimbabwe or Zambia, a group of celebrities from Uganda teamed up to make sure that the women and the children of Congo were removed from danger. Those are the stories that we want to hear on stage. We want to hear stories of these young children in Congo saying they lived a beautiful life, saying that they had a wonderful upbringing. We want our stories to change. But our stories are never going to change if we are waiting for the government to come, and if we are blaming what happened over 400 years ago. This is our time to change our stories. And when I say our, I don't mean you should just stick with your own region. I mean, us Africans, let's come together. From the south to the north, east, west, central. We were one before 1842 when they came and drew all the boundaries at the Berlin Conference. We were one. And that's why you can go to Uganda and find somebody that looks like me. I'm a Kenyan. Somebody from my tribe, from the Luo tribe, is also in Sudan, is also in Tanzania. Because we were one. And so, you know, it's very difficult to understand why we think that the Congolese problem, the Congolese war, is a Congolese problem. It's not a Congolese problem. It is your problem and my problem. So I think that right now is the time that Africans need to change their mindset. It is the right time for us to change our mindset and take ownership of every part of our continent. We take ownership of every region of our continent. And taking ownership means, you know, being there for the vulnerable. Being there for the vulnerable. Why should we be sitting in the comfort of our homes, flicking TV and, you know, watching on the news, you know, international news, what's happening in the Congo? And why is it being allowed to happen? Why is it being allowed to happen? Why are the weakest the target? And when I say the weakest, I don't mean as in we women are physically weak, but they look at us as in we're not the strongest species. Why are we the target? Yet as women, we are the nation builders. So I think that this is the right time for anybody that wants to become a feminist. Then do become a feminist just for the Congolese women. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. No more silence for Congo. And if every one of us, public figures, celebrities, could proudly come out and say there's no more silence for Congo. No more silence. If the African giant Burna Boy came out and said no more silence for Congo, did a concert to support the women of Congo, that in itself will change the story of so many young Congolese men and women who are currently going through the turmoil of war. If Wizkid came out with a concert, Diamond Platinums, all of them come together so that we all go together with one voice. And we have this this habit as Africans for blaming our governments. And yet, in that government, you probably have your cousin. In that government, you probably have your uncle. In that government, you probably have your sister. In that government, you also have your neighbor. And so really, you're just blaming the people that are around you, the people from your own home. And this is why, for me, I'm really against constant bashing of governments, like constant bashing of the African government, because when that energy that we're using to bash African leaders, we could use that energy to change what we do not like as a people. We could use that energy to go in and change lives of people in Congo. It is possible. It is possible. So if you're watching from whatever part of the world you are, and you're an African, I'm particularly addressing Africans. Because first of all, we have to take care of our home. Charity begins at home, and that's why I'm addressing Africans. 54 solid countries. Surely we can't leave one country that is in the center, surrounded by all 53. The main country in the center, that's Congo. Why would we decide to leave them alone? You might not like their leaders, but this is not the time. This is this time to step in and step up and do something for Congo. Do something for the women of Congo. If you don't want to do it for the men of Congo, do something for the women of Congo, because women are the nation builders. Women are the ones that take care of the home. If the home is scattered, a whole nation is scattered. If a home is scattered, a whole community is scattered. If a home is scattered, the whole economy of a country is scattered. So this is why I keep repeating that it's the women that we need to go up there and uplift. It's the women roaming around now with their children, running from one village to the next, escaping war. So today, my plea is that as an African, if you don't know much about Congo, maybe today is when you should go out there and research about Congo. Find out what's happening in the Congo. Lend your voice to Congo. Ask your celebrities, because we disregard our leaders. I know how Africans, how we operate. But speak to your celebrities. Get your celebrities to come together. Let's do something for Congo. Congo deserves the best because they give the best. They give the world what other countries don't give the world. On every ground that you step on in Congo, there's a mineral. Everywhere you step in Congo, there's a mineral. The soil is fertile. Why are the people bleeding in a country that the soil is fertile, the air is fresh, and the people are brilliant? Why are they bleeding? Why are they crying? If nobody is coming out to speak, I'm coming out to call out celebrities. Lend your voices to Congo. Lend your voices to Congo. Congo has done so much for you. Congo's yet to do even more for you. And this is not me just being sentimental. It is a fact. Congo has done more than enough for you and the rest of the world. I could have been here blaming the rest of the world. But like I said, we need to take care of our home first. before we start blaming other people. In the past 20 years, I've had the privilege of working with some Congolese here in the UK. And they're some of the most incredible people, some of the most amazing people I've met. And these are people that, they too want to, they want to go back and live in Congo. They talk so highly of Congo. When I lived in Kenya as well, we had some Congolese living in Kenya. Amazing people. So this is the time for us to come together as brothers and sisters and say, we too are Congo. I'm Kenyan, but I'm Congo. You're Nigeria, but you're Congo. You're Zimbabwe, but you're Congo. You're Uganda, but you're Congo. You're Ghana, but you're Congo. You're Swaziland, you're Congo. You're Botswana, you're Congo. So, if you can join us, if you're trying to call, please keep calling, please. Hopefully you will get through. But yes, if we can come out from that notion of individualism, that let's get rid of individualism as a continent. Let's get rid of it for now and take Congo with us. Because one of the things that's disuniting us as a people is individualism. If we can go collectively and say, okay, you're Congolese, but yeah, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you as a Kenyan. So today, my plea, once again, is that we go in as a people that once were together, as a people that were separated by the colonialists, as a people that have ancestors that fought for us, as a people that our ancestors expect us to also fight for Congo. Our ancestors expect us to carry on from where they left. Our ancestors want to hear a different story. Stories of victory. And as I said, Africans, we are tired of telling painful stories. So if you're watching today, please do join me in my plea to stand up for Congo. No more silence. We're going in for a break. And when we do come back, we're still going to be on Congo.
You are watching Faith World TV. Faith World TV, changing the world with the Word of God. You are watching Faith World TV. Faith World TV, changing the world with the Word of God.
Welcome back, and thank you once again for joining us. My voice is not very exciting today. That word that I always use, exciting, because for me today's show is one where I feel deeply touched by what's happening in Congo and why the world has let this happen for over 30 years. And also why us as Africans have just watched this Central African country go through this war for a long period. Is it because we like to hear the sad stories, the African sad story? When you want to go on stage and say your sad story of how you were raped, how your parents were killed, how... No, we do not want to hear those stories anymore. So that's why on this show today, my plea is our celebrities. I did not say go and ask the government. Ask your celebrities to lend their voices to Congo, and particularly the women of Congo, because it's women that build a nation. Joining me now is a media personality and real estate expert from Nigeria, who is also very passionate about humanity, and a very good brother of mine who, when I said to him, look, we're talking about Congo today, he didn't turn around and say, look, I'm Nigerian, I don't want to talk about Congo. He said, you know what? Yes, this is the time. No more silence for Congo. My brother, Don, welcome on the show.
Thank you, Dr. Pauline Long.
How are you?
For having me. I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine, but before I got fine, when you brought this topic up,
yes,
it didn't make one feel very good.
No.
Well, anyway, congratulations to you and all the women from Africa. International Women's Week.
Yes.
Is still continuing.
The whole month.
Mama Africa.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And this is why I thought, this show is very important. We're out there. I know there's a lot of women's events right now, celebrating women's achievement, celebrating. I have not seen any event talking about what the women of Congo are going through. And this is why I said, you know what, let's dedicate this show to Congo today.
I think there must be more shows for Congo.
Yes.
Because the people who are suffering in Congo are the ordinary people. And ordinary people don't have a language.
No.
Every language in the world where there are poor people is one language. Because it's hunger, it's poverty, and theirs are worse.
And rape.
Exactly.
Now, you add rape to that, and you can't, and the killings of
innocents.
Of the innocent lives, And so, the question I was asking today is, how come our celebrities are silent on Congo? How come our African celebrities?
Well, I may not be able to answer that, but I can just look into it in a side where the type of lyrics we get from music these days is what is affecting such understanding. And when I beg to use a very rude word.
Okay, as long as you're not swearing. No, it's not a swear word.
Because how can a minister take away history from schools in Africa? How can you do that? So the young ones cannot even remember things like this.
Yes.
We remember when our own wonderful, illustrious veteran from Nigeria, the late King Sonny Okosun, he spoke and sang fire in Soweto. And we saw how that shook South Africa. As a matter of fact, when Madiba came out of jail, he was the first person he wanted to meet. And then look at also our own dear Bob Marley, all the way from Jamaica.
So they were free to vocal.
Yes.
What is happening? What is happening with the ones right now? They can't even. I just said, imagine Burna Boy, Wizkid, and Davido coming together for a benefit concert for Congo, and also just giving their voice. Imagine how powerful that would be. Imagine those children growing up saying, you know what, those 3 artists contributed to our lives. Instead of us blaming governments, imagine the power these celebrities have.
The truth is that music itself is power.
Yes.
Because music is one of the most strongest spiritual level that you can take to anywhere, both the poor, the rich, wherever it is. And I mean, look at what they did from the Western world. I'm talking of the US. They did for Africa. We are the world. You know, there was no discrimination about whether they were whites or blacks. There was a problem of hunger. And they came together and sang about it. And everywhere in the world was shaking when that song came out. When you talk about current artists, of course, the Nigerian artists are the one leading everywhere now.
Yes. I
blame their management and those who are supposed to be managing their image.
No.
They have to think.
You cannot blame their management.
You know why?
Because these artists also have a say in what's happening.
No.
They have a say in what's happening within that management. They're the ones, they can say yes or no.
No, I've been there before.
They can bring their ideas to the table as well.
Dr. Pauline, I've been there before. I've managed many big artists in the past.
Yeah.
As an artist manager. I'm even an award winner for artist management. So I know the score. The artist per se is busy with his live shows, compositions, studio time, journey time, and of course his private life, the artist himself.
Right.
You, the manager, you are the alter ego of the artist. Right. It's your duty to awaken him where he's sleeping. The artist cannot just really be conjuring it like that.
Wait, but the artist has a human side. Come on now. The artist
I don't disagree.
The TV on or even seeing on the internet what's happening in Congo. There's a human side. So this is what I'm saying. We can't make excuse for them. The artist has a human side. What if that was happening in their backyard? What if it was happening next door to them?
If you want to talk about that, then how come we have not even had a concert for Boko Haram victims and all that in Nigeria? We have a lot of people who are displaced. IDP camps are everywhere in the north, even up to the south now. And also bandits who are there.
Right.
So what I'm saying is that is how it works. Those who are behind the business are the ones who will come together and talk to their artists. You know, people like, I don't know, but Sunday Are is supposed to be a veteran in artist management. Him and some other of the those who are controlling the Nigerian music business,
right?
They are the ones that can facilitate what you're saying, not the artist per se, you know.
No, but what I'm saying is the artist has a voice as well.
Yeah, of course.
The artists can decide even on their own page.
Of course.
Start advocating.
Okay. Yeah, you're talking about
advocating to start lending their voice.
But most artists don't even touch their pages, you know that? No, they don't. There's somebody there.
Yeah.
There's somebody there.
But they can influence.
Now you're talking.
They can tell their management that, look, this is what I want to do.
What do you think about this?
Page.
We think we should do this.
Yeah.
Yes.
They shouldn't even ask permission, because this is what I'm asking for their human side.
You see,
they shouldn't ask their management for permission. They should be.
When do you think an artist wakes up in the morning? There's no artist that wakes up before 1 o'clock. Because they don't sleep in time as well.
Yeah.
You have studios, my friend. I know you. BBC comes to your place and all that. And all those people who are coming to shoot there, they shoot there till morning. And then that's when they are going home. They're sleeping in the van or in their cars when they are going back.
Yeah.
And they're knocking it out. The buck stops with the business part. If the business part can awaken them and remind them, they know, yes, they know. But is it their priority right now? They don't see it as priority.
I just have to stop you there about priority.
Okay.
When does it start and does it end being a priority to think about our own brothers and sisters going through a war that's displacing them?
A meaningless war, actually.
When does it start and stop becoming a priority?
I think one of the things that should have even influenced what you are saying now should have been most of the boys and girls who are doing amapiano from East Africa. They are closer to DRC. If they can convert most of their productions towards those what you're advocating now, it will even boomerang back here, because you can see that some of our Afrobeats are playing.
See, this is what I was saying earlier, just before you arrived, that there's, if we start looking at who's closer and who's farther,
yes,
then we're not going to win this thing. Because Africa, we were one before 1842 when they came to draw the boundaries in Berlin Conference. So because South Africa is down there, they're south, yeah, and Congo's right here in the middle. You want to tell me South Africa cannot bypass Kenya and come and be there for Congo? They can.
I don't disagree. They can.
So it doesn't have to be the surrounding.
No, you see, charity begins at home.
But home is Africa.
Yes, we're talking about DRC, not Africa per se. Africa is the big brother. DRC is one part of Africa.
DRC is the center. You remember, DRC is in the center, and everybody's surrounding DRC.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't go and start eating your we call it ugali. That maize meal. Say pounded yam. Are you going to start pinching it from the center, or you're going to start from
the side?
From the side, isn't it, before you get to the center? Now,
correct.
DRC is in the center. So doesn't it make sense that all of these countries in the outside to come for the center and support the center?
Well,
without everyone saying, okay, that's you, you're Nigerian, you're this, you're that. This is what I'm trying to say. Why won't we just go? Won't we just go in?
No, but the truth is, the typical African, well, let me speak for maybe Nigerians or even Ghanaians.
Yeah.
We believe more in Africa than even our country. Honestly.
Yeah, the whole continent.
Yes.
When we say Africa,
we believe more in Africa than even our country.
Yeah.
So the sympathy you are saying is affecting them. Yeah. But the people you are bringing out here now are the artists. The stars.
Yes.
Right. Because they have the wherewithal and all that. That's what I'm saying. The mechanics of an artist performing most things comes from his management team. They are his think tank. Many of them know, but they forget. They have so much on their hands.
No, my brother,
they travel a lot.
Me and you, we are not going to agree on this.
No, I don't want you to agree because...
No, because remove the business side.
Yes.
Remove it. Take it. Put it on the side.
Yes.
And bring your human side.
Yes. Yes.
Even while you're sitting on that private jet. Come on now, Banner Boy. While you're sitting, drinking that, sipping whatever you're sipping.
What is he sipping?
Champagne now. Sipping champagne.
Okay.
On the private jet.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm a huge fan. Banner Boy's mom is a very good friend of mine, by the way.
Oh, really? Okay.
And I just want to pay tribute to her, by the way.
The mom?
Well done. Yes. Well done for what you have done for the African music scene. Because without you, your son wouldn't be where he is, because the mom that has pushed.
No. I don't disagree. I don't agree with that.
No. This one for me.
Talent. Look. Talent has not got to do with family.
Do you know how many Africans
has suffered much in making his own sound?
But
first
the
of all,
mom
I'm hearing of that young.
And the mom has been there.
Where the
if
truth
you don't have good management,
I don't disagree with that.
Do you know how many of these people have talent?
His grandfather. Benzin Donje has been a veteran and is a star on his own right in music. He's a broadcaster. And he was Fela's manager before.
But what I'm saying is the mom has been.
But don't bring the mom has tried. Yes, but
you're putting it. The mom has tried. No,
yes,
the mom has. No, she has.
No, but
has been there in the center. Let me tell you. Yeah.
Okay.
We're just diverting, deviating a bit.
Yes, well, it's all right.
We'll come back to it. What I'm saying this because this is International Women's Month.
Yeah, of course.
So we mentioned Banner Boy, and I just thought, you know what? I'm going to be biased, like women. I will be praising women. Maybe Banner Boy, I'll praise him on another.
Yeah, you guys have International Women's Day.
Yeah, I'm saying Banner Boy's mom. I'm giving you your flowers because Banner Boy is there because there's a lot of talented artists out there.
Yeah.
But if they don't have the right team pushing them, then their talent will not come out.
True.
So well done. Take your flowers. But as I was saying, going back to the artist. You're sitting down in your private jet, having a downtime, relaxing. That time when you're sitting down, you have your human side. You're not watching news and seeing what's happening and even say, oh gosh, look at what's happening in Congo. What can I do? No, because you have a brain, a mind of your own, and your human side as well.
Can you believe some of those artists?
Yeah.
They hear most of the news maybe sometimes 3-4 days or 1 week after. It's not because they don't want to hear the news. But there's something much more than that around them that they have to do. They have responsibilities. These guys don't just go sleeping. And they don't just switch on the television to see what's going on. They don't have time for that. I'm serious. That's when you are a star, we are
just blaming the management and not the ones not.
They are the ones that should knock the door first. If those ones whisper to their artists once, twice, the artist will say, what is it? How do you want us to do it then? Go on, let me see what you want to do. This thing. That's what the artist does. And the management will just take that cue. Oh, you told me I should do something about it.
Okay, so we should be on their managements. Yeah,
yes.
The ones who are silent.
They will make it happen. It is that business part of an artist that is the real core. Because artist life and the business life, they go hand in hand. But it is even the business that takes over the artist because it's all around. You
want to say to me these artists, they don't even know the price of a tomato?
No, I don't think a lot of them know. No, how can they know? Okay. You mean they go to market to buy? Even Thames, who is an artist, who is a woman, you think Thames is going to buy tomato in the market? They can't know, man. But they will provide the resource for it. I can't imagine Burna Boy going to fry egg for breakfast. Yeah. What's it called? Whiskey himself, for example. You want to tell me Whiskey, no, he will go and be turning amala because
Why not?
I'm not saying he cannot do it, but in the position he is now, he would not have time for that. And he has so many people who are dependent on him, working, doing other things.
So for me, what I'm saying is these celebrities, they need to have time for these things that are happening, particularly now in Congo.
Well,
they really need to have
Dr. Pauline Long wants you guys to come together and put together a concert or do songs that would bring out the pains in the DRC. Actually, the DRC is really... They should... Look, the only solution to the DRC is for Africa itself to wake up. The OAU, the East African Bloc, they have their own... Because there's no victory from bullets. No victory from that bullet. They cannot succeed. There's no victor if they continue to shoot.
You know why I was saying celebrities, yeah?
Yeah.
Because they have a huge influence.
Oh, that's true.
They have a huge following.
Of course, it's true.
The people that are listening to your songs, this huge, population you have around you.
Yeah.
Why don't you slot in the humanitarian projects in there? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
anyway, we're going back again to management. I'm not going to blame anyone's management.
No.
I'm not going to blame Burna Boy's mamo. It's Burna Boy, I'm saying. Burna Boy now. Do something for Congo.
No, but
do something.
Burna Boy's mom, being a manager, is not working alone. She has a team.
Of course she has a team.
So that's what I'm saying. When I say Miami, I don't mean just one single person. Somebody in that team can influence anything. Because if somebody is telling, mommy, tell him now, well, we need to do this. Because this, what is going on in that place is terrible. And it's even easier for her to pull it because it's her son.
Yeah.
And women, you guys have a lot of compassion. And if she calls him privately and say, my dear, we have to
do something,
I'm sure he would bend for it. But if you expect him to dream of it, to compose for it, well, I'm not saying he couldn't compose a song, of course. But it's such a challenging task to put on their table for them to look. If for example the managers had come together, for example, with some promoters, and they want to put an event together, and they come to meet them to present it and say, look, we cannot pay you your normal artist fee because it's high. That's why we are coming to you. We are doing this because of the benefit of DRC, the children, the women who are dying there. Your voice must be heard, and we think for your voice to be heard, we have to put a platform. We are bringing Whiskey will be there, Thames will be there, you will be there. They'll say, okay, talk to. He will still want his management to have a word for it.
Right.
So that's how it works. I'm not saying they cannot.
But they can. But they can lend their voices.
Yeah, they can.
And
of course they can.
Really and truly, it's time for them to do it.
Okay.
It's overdue. What do you think?
Well, it is not overdue.
No, because
it is time, you said.
Yeah,
that's what I would take out of it.
This thing has been going on for so long.
Yeah, but the foolishness of that war is why many people are pissed off.
We're not even going into the foolishness. We're just saying it's been going on. Let's try a different strategy. Let's now.
Zaire became Zaire. What is wrong? Why can't we Africans sometimes think for ourselves? Who is killing the people of DRC? Is it not DRC people as well? They're all DRC, M23 and the government forces are all DRC.
Yeah, but today we're not talking about that. We're saying, celebrities, please use your voice. Use your voice.
Well, if you are going to use your voice, celebrity, please use it constructively. Don't get yourself into political mess because you're just you're smart guys, but use your voice. But it is best to have a concert for it.
That's right.
It's the best.
Anyway, so thank you so much.
We can do a concert in London for them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We'll carry on this conversation and make sure that we set free the people of Congo. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you for giving me this time.
Please think about Congo. And until next time, God bless you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
You are watching Faith World TV. Faith World TV, changing the world with the Word of God.